The shooting genre has been flooded with a ton of great games, specifically on Steam over the last few years. You got massive cooperative battle type games, realistic tactical type games, and even some indie shooters that we're going to be featuring. So essentially we have a shooting game for all different types of players. And I definitely have a variety for you here today. So let's take a look at 15 of what I recommend to you for this summer to play on Steam. SENTRY is a first-person action-dense shooter where you protect a spaceship from waves of invading aliens. What makes it different is the combination of traditional gunplay with traps, turrets, environmental destruction, and strategic decisions about which parts of your ship you can afford to defend. The game can be played alone or cooperatively, and its replayable campaign changes depending on the routes you choose and the battles you win or lose. It's currently in early access, but it already offers a creative alternative to a more traditional wave-based shooter. Deep Rock Galactic Survivor takes the world of Deep Rock Galactic and transforms it into a top-down automatic shooter with roguelike progression. You control a heavy armed dwarf, collect resources, upgrade your weapons, and survive increasingly dangerous waves of alien creatures. This one's special because it combines the addictive progression of games like Vampire Survivors with the mining, humor, and class-based weapons of Deep Rock Galactic. Runs are easy to begin, but become extremely chaotic once your weapons and upgrades start filling the entire screen. Anger Foot is a fast and ridiculous first-person shooter built around knocking down doors, blasting enemies, and clearing rooms as quickly as possible. Instead of carefully moving through each level, the game encourages aggressive play as you smash through apartments, sewers, clubs, and other bizarre locations. It has a loud soundtrack, colorful art style, and exaggerated physics that give it personality that most other shooters simply don't have. The campaign is relatively short, but players who enjoy speedrunning, replaying levels, and unlocking unusual shoes and abilities can get much more fun at. Stalker 2 is an open-world survivor shooter set inside of the dangerous and unpredictable Chornobyl exclusion zone. Players explore abandoned locations, fight human enemies and mutated creatures, manage limited resources, and make story decisions that can affect how the campaign unfolds. This one stands out because of its oppressive atmosphere and the feeling that almost anything can happen while exploring the zone. It can be demanding and deliberately unforgiving, but players look for a slower and more immersive shooter would really enjoy this one. Helldivers 2 is a cooperative third-person shooter where teams of up to 4 players travel between planets and fight enormous armies of alien creatures and machines. Every mission requires players to complete objectives, call down equipment, and survive while friendly fire remains active at times. What makes this one stand out is how quickly a carefully planned mission can turn into complete chaos. The combination of large explosions, cooperative teamwork, changing galactic objectives, and hilarious accidental deaths makes it one of the most memorable multiplayer shooters released in the recent years. And as always, guys, I'll be letting you know at the very end of the video which 2 games from today's list I recommend the most, and those will be my personal opinion. Trepang 2 is a brutal single-player first-person shooter inspired by classic action games such as Fear. You play as a superhuman soldier who can use slow motion, invisibility, powerful weapons, and hand-to-hand attacks to destroy groups of heavily armed enemies. The gunplay feels extremely powerful with detailed destruction, aggressive enemy behavior, and some of the most satisfying shotgun combat in the genre. It's a great choice for players who want a focused campaign without battle passes, open world distractions, or multiplayer grinding. And this one stands out to me a lot because it did mention one of my favorite games of all time, shooter-wise, and that is Fear, which is another one that's not on today's list. There's a few in the series and it's an older title, but if you like shooters with slow motion and horror, Fear is one you could check out as well. Little side note. Selaco is an old school inspired first-person shooter that mixes the fast combat of Doom with the intelligent enemies and destructive action of Fear. The game takes place in a massive underground facility filled with detailed environments, hidden areas, upgrades, and intense firefights. Enemies communicate, reposition, and attempt to pressure the player instead of simply running forward. Selaco is still in early access, but its smart artificial intelligence, excellent weapons, and highly interactive environments already make it one of Steam's strongest modern retro shooters. Space Marine 2 is a third-person action shooter that places you inside the armor of an incredibly powerful Space Marine. Players fight enormous swarms of Tyranids using heavy firearms, chainswords, executions, and other brutal close-range attacks. The game includes a cinematic story campaign, repeatable cooperative operations, and competitive multiplayer modes. Its biggest strength is its scale, because battles can place hundreds of enemies on the same screen while making a player feel like an unstoppable warrior. Marvel Rivals is a free-to-play team-based hero shooting featuring characters from across the Marvel universe. Players build 6-person teams and combine unique powers belonging to heroes and villains such as Spider-Man, Magneto, Doctor Strange, Iron Man, and of course many others. The destructible environments and special team-up abilities help separate it from other hero shooters. It's easy to download and try, but learning character matchups, team composition, positioning, and ability combinations gives the game plenty of competitive depth. Witchfire is a dark fantasy first-person shooter that combines powerful guns, magical abilities, roguelike progression, and extraction-style missions. You enter dangerous areas, collect resources and equipment, defeat supernatural enemies, and decide whether to escape with your rewards or continue deeper into the mission. The weapons feel heavy and responsive, while the spells allow players to create a very different combat. Witchfire entered Steam Early Access in September of 2024 and has earned very positive player reception, making it an excellent option for fans of difficult single-player shooters and long-term progression. Roboquest is a fast first-person roguelike shooter where players battle through randomized levels as heavy armed robots. Every run allows you to discover new weapons, combine upgrades, defeat bosses, and permanently improve your abilities for future attempts. The movement is quick and responsive, with sliding, jumping, rail grinding, and constant weapon swapping keeping the action moving. It can be played alone or with other players in cooperative modes, making it especially good for fans of Borderlands, Doom, and roguelike progression games. I Am Your Beast is a short, fast-paced, first-person shooter about a retired operative being hunted through the wilderness by a military organization. Missions challenge you to eliminate enemies quickly using stolen weapons, traps, knives, and surrounding environment before escaping. The game stands out because every level feels like a violent action puzzle that can be replayed until you find the right route. Its stylish comic book presentation and emphasis on speed make it a great option for players who enjoy improving their scores and mastering compact missions. Doom: The Dark Ages takes the modern Dune formula and places it inside of a massive, medieval-inspired war against hell. Instead of relying heavily on acrobatic movements, the combat focuses on standing your ground, blocking attacks with the shield saw, and overpowering demons with an enormous collection of weapons. The campaign includes large battlefields, cinematic encounters, vehicle sections, and some of the biggest enemies in the series that we've ever seen. It's received very positive feedback on Steam reviews as well, and is an excellent choice for anyone who wants a polished, violent, and visually impressive single-player shooter. Echo Point Nova is an open-world, first-person shooter built around extreme speed and complete freedom of movement. Players can use a hoverboard, grappling hook, triple jump, and other abilities to fly across islands while fighting enemies and completing objectives. The game can be played alone or cooperatively with friends, and players are free to explore its world in almost any order. Its combination of open world discovery, fast traversal, and arena-style gunplay makes it feel completely different from other slower military shooters that dominate the genre. Mullet MadJack is a high-speed, first-person roguelike shooter presented like an exaggerated 1990s anime. Your character has only a few seconds to live, forcing you to eliminate enemies constantly in order to add more time on the clock. Every floor introduces new weapons, upgrades, enemies, and environmental dangers, creating the game that rarely allows you to stop moving. Its incredible presentation, addictive progression, and non-stop action make it one of the most original and highly recommended newer shooters available on Steam. So you want to know my two favorites. First of all, Witchfire is going to be on there. I like the mixture of the weapons and the spells all in one shooter action game. This is one that I think is unique and solid. And of course, I like Doom: The Dark Ages. I've always loved the Doom games. They're super dark, graphics are insane, and the combat is simply intense. I also like that this one lacks all the acrobatics, so basically you're just going to be this big tank walking around destroying everything. So those are my 15 shooter games on Steam that I'm recommending to you to play this summer. Let me know your thoughts. Is there anything that I'm missing that maybe I could feature in another video? And guys, thank you for subscribing. I'll see you in the next one.